Hello, beloved. Welcome. Welcome back in. Hope you're doing well. Whenever you happen to be stumbling upon this video, may you be doing well. May you be healthy. As you come on in, let's just ground down, hunker down, honor what it is that we're feeling at the and think about what the recent transit of Mars going direct in the sign of Gemini has done for you. Has it opened doors? Has it allowed you to let go of harmful forms of communication or rethink how you communicate, what you think about, why you think about what you do? We thought it would be fitting with this transit to do collective reading, pick a card, timeless pick a card, about the mindset shifts that are coming towards you. So, if this video is helpful to you at all, feel free to like it, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and if you feel that you need more support or help on your journey, then check out the description box with links to our website where you can find resources for your healing journey. And so let's go ahead and get into this, because this is a good time to think about the mindset we find ourselves adopting usually or acting on, where our beliefs derive from. We've spent the last 6 or 7 months thinking about and rethinking about our processes and how they affect us, what we're doing, how we can improve upon them and make them better wherever Mars is in our chart. And now is the time to enact those changes. And so it's good to ask ourselves why we think about the things that we do, or why we have the mindset we do. Where does it come from? Is it harmful or helpful to us? What we can do to improve upon it, change it, make it so that it works better for us, so it is more in alignment with who we are and where we want our lives to be, the version of ourselves we want to become. So you can do that as an exercise if you want. Those are just some of the notes, messages coming through intuitively. Or pick a card portion of the video. And so with that, let's go ahead and just ground ourselves. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling. Letting go of all that does not serve us. And opening ourselves up to receive the messages that are in our greatest and highest good, and that would be of most support to us. All right, so now let's go ahead and move into the portion of the video where you pick your card, make your selections, tune in to your intuition, and you can either listen to all 3 messages or pick one card that you feel the most intuitively drawn or connected to. So I'll give you some time to think about that. All right, hello, group number 1. Welcome on into your pick a card reading. So for you, timing came out, and it really does to me signify this trust in the universe. So maybe over this Mars transit, you've been thinking about or questioning, reviewing how spirit, the divine, shows up for you, your relationship maybe with spirituality and the divine, and this desire to co-create with the divine. And sometimes maybe it feels like things aren't moving fast enough. We're not seeing enough progress, especially with step by step also coming out with the timing card. So there could be a struggle here with this group to really fully trust that you are co-creating with the divine, and that everything has its moment, everything has its time, and that everything eventually comes into alignment. There may be a hard time trusting and believing in the steps that you're taking, that they will lead you to where you want to go, to where you want to be. And that is what is shifting here for you. Maybe with Mars going direct, you do feel more open and more trusting of spirit, source, of whatever it is that you believe in, and how you are living in accordance with those beliefs, how you are moving in alignment with those beliefs. Maybe it's all starting to make sense. There could be a time almost like a dark night of the soul with this group where you kind of had a crisis of faith. You were kind of questioning if things would ever come to fruition, how they would. Maybe it felt like you were just wasting your time. You were putting in all the work, all the effort, and you weren't seeing a reward for it. And now that may get easier for you with Mars going direct. You may start to see some of this labor that you've put in coming back to bear fruit, and all in divine timing. I'm getting the sense that before, some doors were not opening for you. There were some blockages, there were lessons to be learned, there were changes to be implemented, to be adapted. And now, with this time to yourself, with this time reviewing what has gone on, how you want to make improvements, you're able to move forward more confidently, feeling like you are connected with spirit, or at the very least, your higher self. Maybe you are a person who typically gets downloads, intuitive downloads, and nothing was coming through, or you felt like your inspiration was blocked. And now it's like little by little, as the days carry on, you are starting to receive an influx of this information of feeling connected to source and your higher self and your divine inner child in that way. So those are the intuitive messages that came through. Let's go ahead and read your cards. For timing, it says, trust the timing of life. Everything you need appears right on time. You can fill your agenda and days completely from the ego. Be aware, though, your ego has you missing out on greater things than you could imagine. If you are brave enough to let go of control, your life will be full of moments where situations come together in miraculous ways. Synchronicity is the phenomena of experiencing two or more events as meaningfully related, though they are unlikely to be casually related. Seen like this, there is no such thing as coincidence. Everything is interconnected. It is up to you to take what you perceive, serious or not. Synchronicity is an always present reality for those who are able to notice it. When you do, be grateful. It shows that you are on the right path. Oh, that's a wonderful message, especially with this step-by-step card, as it really does feel like maybe with this group there's been some hesitation to move forward in the way that you feel you really want to move forward, in the way you feel called to, because it's like this analysis paralysis kind of thing going on, where it's like you're unsure, you don't know if you can trust your intuition and if you will have the support of the divine or support of those around you. But you will. And you always have that support from your spiritual team and from your higher self. Always. So let's carry into your step-by-step message. It says, you want to move ahead, but you do not know where to start. Try it step by step for once. This presents a much less complicated process than wanting to reach your final goal in one go. Yes, that kind of relates to the feeling of wanting things to come in quicker, the feeling of wanting to rush and bulldoze through and get to your destination, your end goal. Group number one, the divine is probably during this Mars retrograde been slowing you down for that very reason, so you can take more of a methodical approach to what it is you want, and so things will last, right? If we gain things very quickly, they don't have much staying power, and so it's almost like this building up of discipline, this training of a muscle to ensure that it will have longevity and it will be strong in the long run. So that's another message that came through for you. Okay, your card continues. It says, likewise, you would not cross a wide river in one single jump, would you? You need many stepping stones to make it to the other side safe and dry. Whether you are losing weight, clearing debts, or finding a new job, begin with taking tiny steps. Big goals can be intimidating, a mountain too high to climb. Before you know it, you freeze or run away from it. Little steps are safe and controllable. Make it manageable by deciding what you prioritize. Excuse me. By deciding what to prioritize. Bit by bit, you still make it to the finish line. Often it even leaves more space for creativity and intuitive ideas. One step calls for the next. Your goals will move closer automatically. Either way, you are set in motion. Quickly, you shall notice all those tiny steps end up giving you exactly the strength and growth you need. All right, group number one. So hopefully that's been encouraging to you. This is the mindset shift that's coming towards you. It really does feel like there may be some brain fog that's going to be clearing up for this group. So I hope that is helpful and relieving in the coming days and whenever it is that you happen to be watching this video. Okay, so with that has been your message, and we're wishing you peace and love on your healing journey. as well as blessings. So take care, group number 1. All right. Hello, group number 2. How are you doing? Hope you're taking care. So for your cards, you got just go and neutral. Just go with regards to mindset and shifts that are coming. It really does feel like this group may struggle with some procrastination. And especially when it comes to manifestation, there may be a lot of mental agony and second guessing, self-doubt that has plagued this group. And during this Mars transit, it has been helping you understand where that all is coming from, where this hesitation, this procrastination comes from, where it stems from. So it sounds like this group is doing some shadow work and trying to figure out, understand where that energy and where the procrastination, where the self-sabotaging and the self-doubt comes from, where it stems from. And finding that out and doing that shadow work, it's helped you understand all in the ways, even the tiny ways that you hold yourself back, that you don't actually take action on the things that you want, you desire, you dream about, you think about, you fantasize about, that you say you will do, and then it's like that fear sets in. And so this transit is helping you, especially in the coming days after Mars goes direct, and as you settle into the new year, you're really starting to kind of call yourself out and hold yourself to what it is you say you're going to do, your commitments. You're figuring out how you can actually work through some of these fears to go for what it is that you want, to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself. Because this card actually gives me the energy of the Ace of Wands. It's like there are opportunities there, but you have to take them. Source, spirit, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, they are meeting you halfway. They are presenting you with opportunities. They are coming there, but you have to actually take the steps to make something come of it, to make something happen. It's like it's making a wish isn't enough. There has to be follow through. And so that is what you've been working on. And now there's like this release, this feeling of being able to understand that. It's like, oh, and things are clicking. It's like an aha moment that's happening here. And it doesn't mean take every single opportunity that comes your way, but it's about taking the opportunities that would benefit you, that are in your highest and greatest good, that you feel are in alignment with you, that allow you to maintain some sort of balance. And with this group, there may be a tendency to romanticize things where it's like all that glitters is gold, but all that glitters is not gold, right? So, but it's because we haven't taken that action. We don't actually know. We're not there yet. We're dreaming it up and thinking of it in this overly romanticized way. And then when things are actually seized, when opportunities are actually becoming a reality, it can feel like, well, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Well, this isn't as glamorous or amazing as I thought it would be, or this isn't really giving me what I'm looking for. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. And so there is this call here, especially with Mars going direct to maintain a sense of neutrality in what it is that you're going into, to have an open mind, to not want to exit out and say, you know what, forget this. This isn't what I thought. I'm out. Peace out. But to give it some time, to allow yourself to grow in that, especially with this group, if procrastination has been something that you've struggled with, or self-doubt, or second-guessing yourself, or self-sabotage, there may be this tendency to go for things, and then when you get there, you're like, oh, whatever, this is too hard, I'm out. Or because it's making you uncomfortable, because it's trying to help you grow, that may be a response that you have, and you're becoming more aware of that, and you're understanding now, oh, okay, maybe I'm going about this in the wrong way. Maybe I need to take a different approach. So those are the intuitive messages that have come through. Let's go ahead and read your cards. So for Just Go, it says, you know what is best for you, but you are not brave enough to step out of your comfort zone yet. You let fear dictate your life. Fear is never the best advisor. Do not let it hold you back. Empower yourself by breaking through fear. You may see this card as encouragement, a gentle push forward. Follow your heart. That can never be beaten. The word courage comes from the Latin word cor, for heart. It takes courage, to follow your heart, no matter what fear tells you. Let go of what your surroundings would want you to do, what your worries would want you to do, and do not let your limiting beliefs stop you. Follow your own path, using the coming period to really focus on manifesting your dreams. Stop doubting. Deep down, you already know. Now is the time for action. Just go. Do not devalue yourself. You are worthy of living your dreams. Go chase them. Spread your wings, and you shall see that your goals naturally appear. Take the first step today. Okay. Yes. Let it all go. Group number 2, let it go. Trust and believe in yourself, that you can do this. You are strong enough. You are worthy. You are deserving. And specifically, you are capable and able. This is also, recently, I do want to share with y'all, this is something that in the career sector of my life, I've struggled with sometimes, of not feeling qualified enough to do certain things. So I don't apply myself to that, or I don't think I'm good enough to apply to a certain position or role or something along those lines. And so I'm hearing with this group, even an affirmation of, I am qualified for the career I want, or saying, I am qualified for X, Y, and Z. I am capable of doing X, Y, and Z. Trying to just reprogram your mindset there. And this may be things that you're already doing with the transit and this release, this feeling of renewed courage within yourself. So that may be coming towards you as well, now that Mars is going direct. So let's go ahead and get into your second message of neutral. It says, this card indicates there's something going on in your life right now that deserves to be seen without judgment. Everything is subjective and nothing is clenched in facts. It all depends on your perspective. The position you take as an observer is a clear-cut one to you. Do you realize that what you might believe might not be the truth? Is it possible that you are stuck in your own story, like so many others? Can you be open to the possibility that your perspective is not the only one, nor that it is the right one? Truthfully, you can never know what is right or wrong. The difference in value between gold and stone shifts under certain circumstances. You see, it's not reality that determines your perspective. Your perspective determines your reality. And what you see is nothing but a projection of what is going on inside of you. It is therefore important to give yourself space to see what you see and to feel what you feel without preoccupations or conditionings. You might judge your feelings, keeping sorrow at bay and inviting joy over and over again. The thinking mind is ruling here. The thoughts that reign are in turn determined by beliefs and experiences from the past. Once you learn how to shift in perspective, you give your thoughts the chance to become more flexible. Your black and white beliefs and absolute convictions will soften, enabling a more neutral position. Let this card be an inspiration to rediscover your true awareness. Follow your natural compass towards freedom. Yes, yes, really a strong message here of self-judgment with this group, and really wanting to work through that, to persevere, to get through, not get over it, but to evolve beyond it, to not let that be your story anymore, of holding yourself back, of fearing what others are going to say, or if you're going to be enough, because you already are enough. Group number 2. Okay, so that has been your message. Thank you so much for being here. We wish you peace and blessings on your healing journey, love. All right. Hello, group number 3. How are you? How are you doing? We hope you're doing well. So, for your cards, you got plenty and compassion. And so, with this group, there is lack mentality that is clearing up for you. This poverty consciousness, as Mars is moving direct, you maybe are releasing and letting go of, or you're getting a better understanding of how you have become scarcity focused, or your natural response may be to fear what you don't have, what's not going to be there. What if? Maybe a prominent question with this group. Typically catastrophizing or thinking of worst case scenario, wanting to be prepared, not wanting to be without, or constantly questioning if you have enough. There may be some chakra healing that could be going on that you've done, especially over the past 6 or 7 months that Mars has been retrograde in the sign of Gemini. And with that, you may be learning and coming to understand how to let go, to trust in yourself, and that you do have some sort of clue of what's going on, of what you need to do, what you can be doing to improve your situation, of how you want to feel more fulfilled, of what it means to have more and what it means to have enough. What does it mean to have plenty? What it means to be abundant, because there are more than one way, right? There's more than one way to be abundant. It's not just related to money. So in what ways you could have been doing gratitude lists, or really working on adopting an attitude of gratitude during the transit, of really figuring out in all the ways that you are grateful, in all the ways that others have shown up for you. And even when you have these moments of worry, of feeling like, oh my gosh, the shoe is going to drop. This is it. I don't know how I'm going to get through this one. And you realize and you understand, wow, in that time, this is what came through for me. There was someone to lend an ear. There was someone to lend a resource. There was someone to help me through that, so I wouldn't go through it alone, or be so isolated, feel unseen, to feel lost, or to be so full of anxiety was able to get through it. And this is how you could have been documenting that process of what worked for you, of how you are trying to overcome and get out of this lack mentality. You could have also been reviewing how lack mentality started, whether that was a generational curse. This is something maybe you've seen your parents do, always fret and be concerned and worried about money, or worried about what's going to come next if there's an issue. Especially this could be like a hypochondriac kind of energy of being fearful of health things, or being fearful of something just going wrong and not being prepared, not having the support, not being guided or strong enough to get through that. And you are. That could be what this transit was teaching you. Yes. Especially with observer coming in as well, the clarifier and the small signs. And deep down, yeah, so you know that you have it together. And there may be this idea, this comparison for this group, for group 3, where you've often compared yourself to other people and be like, well, they have it all together. They know it looks like their life is going well. And here I am, still wondering about this and wondering how this is going to come together. And I'm not even sure that it ever will. And the universe is like, beloved, stop thinking like that. You have more than enough. You have everything you need and more. And the moment you realize that, the moment you let go, the world can open up to you. The more you recognize that we as a collective are still figuring it out. We're healing. We're adopting. We're understanding there are better ways to do things. Just as you are. No one is ahead. There's not right or wrong decisions to make. Just those that you feel are in alignment with you. Those that feel authentic to you. It's like this group is more in the head and not so much in the body or in the heart. And that could be something that you are getting better about, that you've learned about yourself, that you want to change. And maybe you already are taking the steps to do that through affirmations, through taking small steps and taking those, implementing those small actions to kind of correct yourself. I'm even seeing too with this group of doing an exercise whenever you're spending money, or exchanging energy, to say you are thankful and grateful for that exchange, that you were able to meet that requirement. And even recently, for my own journey, I've started saying an affirmation that, just for example, right? All the money I spend comes back to me multiplied. So it could be something like that, where even if you're giving of energy, knowing that the care and the compassion that you lend to others, that will be reciprocated and multiplied. You could feel, this group here could feel like they give so much energy out and don't really see much coming back. But adopting this belief and understanding, where does that come from? Did that happen to me in my past? Was I giving, and I didn't receive much? Was that mindset keeping me stuck in this belief and in similar situations where I'm going into a situation and I don't really know if it's going to be like that, but because my mindset is hardwired for that, I'm assuming it and I'm acting as if it were already the case. So that's something you're healing, group 3, and I'm proud of you. That's a lot. That's some work that you're doing here. You're connecting your heart and your mind. You're able to pick up more so, and maybe you're starting to recognize when your mind is telling you this, when your mind is kind of tripping you out and putting these little notions of fear and doubt of having enough, of if something were to happen to me or something were to happen in this situation, would I be able to get through it? So I'm glad you're getting through that, group number 3. Let's go ahead and read your messages. Okay, so plenty. It says, your life is blossoming. Currently, the path you have chosen is covered with opportunities. A period of abundance has started to reach you soon. The universe provides no matter what you create. Seize all opportunities. Do not settle for less or mediocrity. Open yourself up to limitless potential. Being rich means different things to different people. What matters is your personal perception of prosperity. Are you aware of your happiness, health, self-worth, friendship, freedom? Is it your birthright to be happy and to have everything you wish for in abundance? Sharing your well-being is important because you can use it to show others your strength. Everything you share is a sign of reverence. Money is energy. Wealth is infinite. Take note. Fear of scarcity will attract scarcity. Deep faith in prosperity will attract prosperity. Yes, group number 3. And this lack mentality is what you are releasing and letting go of little by little. You're understanding now how you can improve upon that and correct those thoughts that come up for you related to scarcity. And so the second message for you is related to compassion. And it says, compassion colors every human interaction. We experience it spontaneously when we hear a child cry or when we see someone suffering. Pain is a great connector. Coming from a place of compassion will determine the direction of all meetings and conversations. The core of compassion is equality. When we view the other as completely equal, we generate a beautiful interaction filled with a shared sense of humanness. Compassion is a state of mind that can be cultivated and will bring more happiness as a result. Life always gives you a choice. You can tap into feelings of anger, vengefulness, prejudice, and self-pity, or those of compassion and kindness. It is up to you. If you choose compassion, you will experience a strong sense of connection and recognition. It brings forth the realization that without man-made concepts, such as religion and borders, we are fundamentally all the same. We all carry the flame of life within us. Yeah, I'm really getting the message here too that you are a limitless being. Starting to understand that. You are limitless, and therefore your resources are limitless. Your abundance is limitless. It's a beautiful message for you there, group 3. So, and this is the way you are healing your mind, that you are taking action towards thinking better thoughts, towards shifting your life and shifting your reality. So we hope that this message has been supportive to you, beloved. And with that, We want to thank you for being here. Okay. And we wish you peace and blessings on your healing journey.